Hello there, this is ff16 Plays. I did promise that I was being out an ff16 kind of little quick hints and tips video. It's just something that I kind of figured would be worth giving a go, and I haven't put much content on here for the game because I have a kind of a golden rule that if there's a game I really want to kind of play and just kind of enjoy, I don't try and, with JRPGs, I don't try and show off too much, but I figured while I have played a majority of this now, I figured to give like an idea of hints and tips for those who might be just starting the game now and giving it a go. Now, spoiler warnings. Obviously, I will not explain the location I'm in. It's a hub's location. I don't know where people are in terms of where they're up to. But all I will say is that this hints and tips video is kind of just giving you an idea of how to help maybe make the game maybe a bit more easier or a bit more interesting to play, or what should you be focusing on. So there's going to be no story spoilers as much as I can avoid it. So this is a map of the hub at this point in time. You're going to notice that there are little icons here. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, change controller a second, I think. Okay, that's a bit better. So whenever you see like a little green plus icon on the map, that is a side quest that will unlock something like a feature. It's very reminiscent of ff16, if anyone's ever played that. Whenever you are doing the side quests, certain ones will kind of hint to you that by completing them, you will get a kind of reward from it. Now in ff16's case, that could be new schematics for new weapons or armor, which you don't normally get access to. This could make you a bit stronger in terms of your equipment, so you can hit harder or survive those a bit extra tougher fights. They could also include things like giving you an increase on your potion capacity, so you can heal more, or you can heal for more, for example. So if ever you see one of those, I would recommend trying to complete those or prioritize on those if you're wanting to kind of only focus on certain side quests. Speaking of side quests, if ever you're wanting to know, if you're trying to not miss any, there's a guy called Gort here. He runs this kind of alliance reports that they will give you ideas of where all the side quests are that you can access. So depending on the locations, there are several side quests that you can pick up in the world that will give you renown, that will give you experience, money, items, story, which is quite nice if you're looking to try and learn a bit more about the world that you're in. So again, if you're looking to kind of focus on key aspects, check out the Alliance reports.
Think you can help?
And check out for the plus symbols, because they will help a lot. And if you ever get stuck, the person will have a little icon above them as well, which is always quite good. If you're wanting to avoid main story quests, the little red marker that you can see the 17 yards away from me, 15 yards now, continues the main story. Another kind of useful thing I would recommend is doing the hunts. Spoilers, Moogle. Now, the Alliance hunts, at this point in time, they will give you, again, EXP, rewards, renown, and so forth, and they're like kind of mini boss fights. They unlock at certain points in the story. So for some of the ones you're seeing that I've got here at the moment, they will only pop up when you reach a certain point in the story or you've completed a certain side quest. The letters next to them, the B, the A, and so forth, is their difficulty or how tough they could be. Most of them are C's and B's, so you know they're going to be kind of a tough fight, but you should be able to persevere and get through. S1s are, shall I swear? Yeah, I swear. Bullshit. They can be they are very fun fights, but they can be quite challenging. But they will give a ton of renown, ton of reward, ton of money, any XP. And if you do all the hunts, I guarantee you're not going to be worried about levels. I'm already like in the mid 40s almost, and I think the level cap is level 50 for your first playthrough. You might be wondering, I've mentioned renown here a little bit. What can you do with that? So, if you talk to the person next to Gort, you'll notice that there are rewards that you can pick up for hitting a certain amount of renown. So by doing side quests and by completing like hunts, you'll see the renown fig that I've got currently in this file, save file. It allows me to get things like materials for crafting, ability points to level up my characters, money to buy new stuff. It does reward you for giving it a go, and I would recommend, if you get a chance, to definitely do some of these, because I think there's some really good bits in here that you can help you out a little bit as well. So yeah, we've got the hunts and stuff there a little bit. If you're wanting more story, this person here gives you like a kind of, I would show you, but I don't know if by talking to them it gives me the bit of the story. But by talking to that person in there, Vivian, she will give you like recaps and lore of the world you're in and the connections between your character and other characters. So if you're getting a bit lost sometimes, she's a really good character to kind of interact with to kind of keep abreast of the story. Really, really useful there. I apologise, I would go and talk to them, but I'm trying really carefully not to spoil too much in this video. Apologies for the audio potentially as well. I am using my headset. I don't know if there's any buzzing noises still, but I have tried to correct that a little bit. Obviously Sharon, she gives you all of the items you'll buy, weapons and so forth.
Fine purse weighing you down.
So some people might say, well, do I build my weapons or do I buy them? Sometimes buying them is worth it, because then you can just go to Blackthorn, the blacksmith, and then upgrade your weapons a bit quicker. Other times it's better to craft the weapons using the materials you've got to save a bit of gil. I have never had any issue with gil, because I just hunt, I kill everything I can find. I sell anything that I can sell for gil. If I just actually go to my seller, I might actually have some stuff that I can show you for selling. I don't at the moment. There are certain items in the game that you can pick up where it says the material used in crafting. If it says can be sold for gil, sell it. It can vary in amount, like there's like gil bugs, bits and pieces like that. That will net you a nice amount of money to kind of stockpile up if you need to pay for potions, healing tonics, things to help if you're having a really hard time in the game.
Is that all?
Blackthorn here, again, really simple. If you haven't touched it yet, I really would recommend it. You can craft and upgrade your weapons in here using the materials you gather and collect throughout the story. Sometimes it is very beneficial. You'll get things like pluses and minuses and so forth that can really make your survivability a bit better in combat. And you can also reinforce some items as well if you have the materials. I am quite strong at the moment because I have been literally completing every side quest. Sometimes it can be a bit of a mental breakdown doing them all, but I love the story and it's sort of just kind of taking my time. And the good thing about this as well is you're always seeing the icons on screen, so you're not going to miss anything just in case. Up here you've got the historian. What he will do is he will give you lore, so the things you experience, you can kind of keep abreast of the story. Again, being really careful not to talk to certain people here. I should have really thought about this when making this video at this point in time. God damn it. So yeah, it's a quick video. If people want to see a bit more of certain features, let me know. In fact, for this purposes as well, I will show you, for those that might be a bit, well, how do I make the combat a bit easier as well? As already mentioned, the producers of this game, they literally put in like artifacts and items that allow combat to be a bit easier. So, for example, on this occasion, I've put on the Ring of Timely Focus and the Ring of Timely Strikes. I'm colorblind, and I think there's a colorblind mode in this, but I have a hard time seeing the red pop up for dodging. So I like that I can slow it down a little bit to press a button to see what's going on. You don't need it. As time goes on, you kind of get used to the combats. You can kind of know when to dodge and so forth for these kind of boss fights. But it's a great little thing to have. You can get things like the Wages of Warcraft, so you can increase your ability points earned in normal encounters by 20%, so you can level up your skills much faster. I would recommend as soon as you get something like this, equip it, just so that you can like level up certain skills better. In terms of attributes, what should I be leveling up in terms of my abilities? There's really, oh gosh, there's spoilers there. There's really no wrong way to do stuff. I personally kind of focus on the skills that I want to use. And the good thing is, obviously, if you never are unsure, you can hold down the L3 trigger and it will like literally select the most appropriate ones that you might want to use and learn. Personally, for me, I've gone down a bit of the Titan route, a bit of Ifrit and Ramu, and gone down a bit of Bahamut for my playstyle. Because what you can do is you can fine tweak what moves they have. So the game is fantastic if you want to play a certain way. Me, I like to nuke stuff, and that's my playstyle. Just blow everything up and then hope that it doesn't survive too long. Again, if you want to see more of the skills, I'm happy to show you them, but I realise I have really messed up because I don't know what people have completed, so I'm trying to kind of skim over a little bit. But yeah, no, as I said, the main focus on is if you're wanting to get the most out of the game, or if you don't want to do every single side quest, trying to focus on the side quests that have the plus symbols, because that will allow you to effectively unlock some cool stuff that might help out in your battles. Definitely do the hunts. The hunts are quite fun. They are all over in the world map, and you can kind of guess where they are if you look at the map with the world maps. So if I just quickly open the world map, in fact, if I just view, if I just go on there a second and select. There we go, local map. So, if you have a look, there are certain things that could make you realise that there are boss fights. Like, for example, something like this location here, that's in the middle of nowhere that might have nothing to do. That could mean that at some point there is a hunt there. So if ever you are a bit lost trying to find where these bosses could be, when you unlock them, definitely consider these kind of locations as where the boss fights are. But yeah, no, currently if people are wanting a review of the game, I don't do reviews, but if N7Kate is watching this video, if she wants to do a joint one with us, or have a discussion at some point, very happy to do that. I'll give it a go. or if you want me to do my own review as an experiment, again, happy to do so. Let me know if you want to see any other tips or kind of useful information about the game. As I said, I've been wanting to do something like this for a while, and it's a really fun game. If people want to pick it up and think, is it worth playing? Oh gosh, yeah. I would recommend anyone to give it a go. The combat is great. The lore is great. It's quite good fun, but obviously, kind of working out what people might be interested in terms of effectively being useful for you guys as a video. But I hope you like the content. I hope this is useful for you guys. Any questions about how the game works or anything that you want to know, leave a comment in the bottom and I will definitely answer you guys. But have a fantastic evening and peace out.